Hola chicos. So here I'm going to go over our activity through our textbook site, Descubre. It's called Inténtalo, and just going to kind of walk through the reason why we're using por or para. I'll give you a chance to, well, you can complete this at your own pace. I'm going to try to just run through this and explain the answers as I go through it. But for you to really get the most out of this, you should try to attempt to answer it before I give you the answer, and then I'll explain the reasoning behind it. But I'm going to move kind of fast through them. So I'm not going to include time for you to get a lot of thought in before I give you the answer. So if you want a chance to actually answer this before I give you the answer, you might need to pause the video as soon as I finish, number one, pause the video, and then answer number two, and then I'll explain number two. So starting right off, again, pause the video right now if you need a second to think about this one. But fuimos a cibercafé. This actually should be por la tarde. This is a time, but this is a general time. This isn't a deadline. This is not a specific time. So por la tarde. You might already know that expression, por la tarde, por la mañana, por la noche, por la madrugada. You might have heard these time expressions as a general time, not a specific, the afternoon, the evening, just sometime around then, but not at a specific deadline. Okay, número dos, necesitas un navegador, GPS, para encontrar la casa de Luis. This is in order to find. It's the purpose of that, the goal of using it. What's the purpose of using this GPS? It is to find his house. Entraron, número tres, entraron por la puerta. This is that general direction. This is through. They entered through the door. Número cuatro, quiero un pasaje. Now this is our destination. We are going to Buenos Aires. So para, destination. If we are traveling through Buenos Aires, we would need more context to think that, but if we're traveling through Buenos Aires, then we would use por, but that's probably not what we mean to say here. Para arrancar a carro, para arrancar, that's a fun one, para arrancar a carro, lots of r in there. So para arrancar el carro, necesita la llave. So in order to start the car, that's why we're using para. That's in order to do this, in order to achieve this goal, we needed to do, we need the key. All right. Arreglé el televisor para mi amigo. My friend is the one that's receiving this, this action of me fixing the TV. He's kind of the recipient of it. I'm doing it for my friend. Estuvieron nerviosos. We were nervous because of the test. Por el examen, due to the test. No hay una gasolinera por aquí. This is the general direction, the general area around here. There's not a gas station around here. El reproductor this is going to be for you. So it's the recipient, es para. Juan está enfermo. He has to work. So this context in the beginning, Juan está enfermo, is really important because it's telling us that Juan is sick. I'm working for him, in place of him. I'm a substitute for him. So por él. Now, para él would make sense if I didn't have the context before it to say he's sick. Tengo que trabajar. I mean, that actually doesn't sound very great either, but if you had the sentence maybe es trabajo para él, that would make sense, but that just means that he's my employer, he's my boss. Here, por él, though, substitution. Estuvimos en Canadá por 2 meses. This is duration. How long was I there? Here, para mí, el español es fácil. Para mí, en mi opinión, is more or less what we're saying here. Tengo que estudiar la lección para el lunes. I have to study the lesson by Monday. By Monday, the deadline. Voy a ir por la carretera. That's the way I'm traveling. By the highway, through it, by means of. Compré dulces para mi novia. They're for her. She's the recipient. Compramos el auto por un buen precio. This is a exchange, giving you, I'll give you the car for a good price for this money. All right, let's see how we did. Well, it looks like we did it. All right, cool. So hopefully that helped explain some of the answers if you didn't understand all of them.